Mr. Green, talk about winning last night. How exciting is it to finally get to this next stage here?
It was a great win for the team and I. To see where we started at with just one of my best friends and my brother-in-law believing in me and meeting this young man that really resonated with my message and wanted to do whatever he can to help me win at least this first phase of the primary, to growing exponentially over the months, short time period, 4 months of getting 13 labor endorsements. Congresswoman Kristen McDonald-Rivet, our only Democratic state rep in this area, Amos O'Neill, along with many other local elected leaders, and just everyday people knocking doors, making phone calls, and knowing people really, it feels great. I still can't believe it, even though I know I was involved in the work that we had to do to get the name recognition where it should have been. But still, it's in awe. But it's really, it's the people, it's the residents, it's constituents that are investing their time and their energy and their most important thing, their voice. Being able to listen to them is why you should run for political office. But just having that leadership for serving in the Marines, serving in the fire service, wanting to do better for other people, because when they do better, you do better. So I feel excited. I'm super excited. The nervousness is gone. Like I say, I think the team and I did everything we could to put Chedrick Greene in a position to win this Democratic primary with a tough field of other Democratic candidates. But we pulled it out, but it wasn't just a one-man show. The team is ginormous, and we're growing every day when we add new residents.
Tell folks about who you are. Who is Mr. Green?
Honestly, I'm them. When they look in the mirror, I want them to see Chedrick Greene or vice versa. Not per se physically, but I come from a working class family. I've worked hard. I've been fortunate to have great careers as a Marine and as a firefighter, and so I understand hard work and the sacrifices to make it, right? We all want good paying jobs. We want good benefits. We want to be able to retire in peace, and part of that is making sure we have jobs here in this district that our young people can get employed by, right? We have a great workforce in this community. We partner with a lot of the local colleges and universities to develop workforce development things, along with the state aid. So I'm them, right? I'm no special person. I'm just a person who cares about what my neighbor is going through, because I want my neighbor to care about what I'm going through if I'm struggling. So I just want them, I answer the phone the same way. It's been ringing a lot this morning, but that's what I want residents to see. I'm them. From getting up every morning, going to work, no matter what your job is, getting up every day, going to work, trying to provide for you and your family. That's what I'm going to Lansing for.
You talked about speaking with residents for the last 4 months or so. These folks have not had representation in the state for some time. What have they been saying to you about what they would like to see happen, not only in this region, but when you go to Lansing as a whole? What would they like to see done here?
It's tough, and I like to make sure I correct people. We have representation, right? We have state reps, right? So I don't ever want to discredit the other part of it. We have not had a state senator, so they are correct. We haven't had a state senator, but there are state reps there that unfortunately have to pick up a little bit more slack because we didn't have someone there. I feel the same way. So they talk about what's taking so long, right? That's not a Chedrick Greene decision. That's not a local entity's decision. That's the governor's decision, and how she made it is how she made it. That's something that the governor's office will have to answer for. But it's about, it's kind of the old saying, no taxation without representation. You kind of get into, and I can understand that, right? But I also understand that we have things that we need to take care of as citizens of the state, right? And so we stop taking taxes, things get worse. We're already struggling, getting some things done. The House Republican Appropriation Committee had already pulled $645 million from projects around the state. That affects the Bay City bridges. That affects one of my favorite places, the East Side Soup Kitchen, with their project that's already unfolding. So I understand them, and that's why I'll talk to them, is that I understand what they're going through. And those are things that the team and I are working to rectify. Those are things that I want to be able to go to Lansing and make sure that doesn't happen again, right? I can't make it happen, but I can be a voice of concern for my residents to make sure that we are taking the proper steps to do what we need to do.
Last question for me. The next election is coming up just very, very shortly again. Is the foot on the gas at this point?
Never took it off. Never took it off. We're consistent. Like I say, the team gave me 24 hours, and we already ate that up. So we're ready to go. Just been having conversations. Once again, a lot of residents have called to congratulate me, and I appreciate that. I appreciate the words. I appreciate the support. But yes, it's all go, right? And it's not to go just to be doing something. It's purposeful. It's effective. It's just getting our message out to our district to say, if you're looking for a leader, a proven leader in public service, look no further than Chedrick Green, because I will go to Lansing and I will fight for this district. I will fight for the residents. I make one promise, and that's to fight hard, right? I can't change Lansing. There's 37 other senators right now. Hopefully soon to be 38 here, but 38 state senators, 110 state reps, and you have a governor. So, things are processed, right? That's a lot of variables in the equation to make things affordable and safe and free for district residents and the state of Michigan. So I'm a fighter. That's all I've known how to do. The Marines trained me that way since 17 years old, and it is, taking that fighter concept, turning it into leadership and managing expectations of individuals. And so I can't wait for it. I think the Republican nominee is a strong opponent, and we will go at it. And it is ultimately the voters' choice who they want to represent them. And I hope that's myself. And I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that they have a very effective leader headed to Lansing come May 5th.